Making a real difference one life at a time. Volunteer of America Mid-States is changing communities with 30 incredible programs, from veteran support to housing assistance and high-quality health care for those in need. Joining us today in studio, Natalie Pasquenza. She's the Vice President of External Relations, to share how VOA is creating lasting, positive changes right here in the Mid-States region with a broad mission. Great to have you back.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me back.
Let's begin with the success, because I mean, 30 programs is a lot, but you guys have really kind of dug in with a number of, you've got a new campus, you've got another one on the way, you've got a lot of progress that's happening. Explain all that.
Oh, absolutely. I'd love to. Our expansions are wide-reaching, and especially here in Louisville. So last week, in the very cold weather, we were able to break ground on Monarch Station, which is a new 80 units of affordable and permanent supportive housing. So that's part of our VOA Home service line, which is our programs for those who are in the midst of a housing crisis. And so we are really excited to be able to expand that work here. Along with that is our community care campus, which we are in partnership with Louisville Metro, and thanks to Mayor Greenberg and his team, they've been great partners in this project. It is in the Smoketown neighborhood, adjacent to the Smoketown neighborhood, where it's about 3/4 of a city block, where we will have multiple different programs. We are working on right now Unity House, our second Unity House, our second family shelter. We are starting construction on that. In November, we opened up a temporary shelter, especially since we knew that families would not have a place to hang their hat and sleep at night when it was really cold. So we were able to open that temporary shelter there. We will have partner spaces, more affordable housing, lots of other services to make our part of our impact in solving the homeless crisis here in Louisville.
The need is so great, and you all are just really responding thanks to kind of the generosity of the community and the city saying, let's help you do what you need to do.
Yes.
You know, 30-something programs, it's a lot. You know, and you covered like a lot of the big ones. You're talking about that housing and that veteran support. How have you seen, even in the housing, of being able to house a family, how have you seen success through that in action?
Absolutely. When families come to us, they often don't understand what led them to their housing crisis in the first place. And so we work with them to solve that root cause. So they are learning financial management, getting a stable job that will help them once we help find them housing, so they don't have to come back to us. And that's what we really want them to do, is go off and never need us again. We have plenty of stories, especially Derek Dennis, who spoke at our Power of One breakfast this past October. He now is a realtor and gets to hand other families keys. And so it's just an amazing story.
Well, that's powerful.
It is.
And sometimes when we peel back the layers of how did you become homeless, how did you get in this situation, you discover the substance abuse, mental health support, and you all are able to kind of get at the heart of, we need to provide some mental health support for many of these families.
Absolutely. We do provide some of that support ourselves for those with substance use disorder, from pregnant and parenting moms, as well as single gentlemen who need our assistance. And if there's something that we can't provide, we collaborate with all of our community partners to make sure that all of our families have all that they need.
I'm kind of blown away by the number here. What, more than 120 years of service? What are you at, 128?
Yes, we are.
Whoa.
Yes,
wow, you know, that's a long time to be doing what you all are doing. How have you all kind of adapted over the years? Because needs change. You know, there could be a natural disaster in East Kentucky and you all respond, or responding to a crisis here in the Louisville area. Those are different. How have you all been able, you think, through those years to keep growing and responding to the community?
Really, it's the community. So they have been wonderful partners of ours, and it is the community who's been telling us what they need from us, and that is how we determine what we need to do. We don't come in and try to be the solver of all problems, because we know there are many other partners that are doing that work, and we find the gaps that we need to fill by the community telling us what they need and telling us how to do that work with them.
Well, how can people help? I know you always have, like you mentioned, you know, the events that you had in October, a great way to jump in, but are there things that are coming up here in late winter, early spring that people can help with specifically, or just donation-wise?
Specifically, we have just a coat drive and a cold weather drive that you can see that on our social media. We always
Temperature's already dipped again, so we need to.
Who said they could do that?
I know.
Yes. And then, of course, as always, we are definitely looking for any donation of time or energy or funds that you might have to help provide extra services for our families that maybe our grants don't cover, or just those extra things to help families get on their way.
Natalie, always great to see you.
Thank you so much
for the great work you
Wonderful,
all do.
thank you.
Once again, if you would like to learn a little bit more about Volunteers of America Mid-States and how you can support their mission, just visit voamid.org.